birds and mammals. It's part of the Church of England's commitment to promote biodiversity. And Sally Smith is from St James's Church in Portchester and joins us now on the line. Good morning, Sally. Happy Sunday.
Good morning. A beautiful Sunday study morning.
Yes, it is. It is indeed. And it's lovely to have you on the show as well. So tell us a bit about your churchyard, Sally.
Thank you. So, yes, it's the Church's Council on Nature. And we have some beautiful grounds at St James's Church, Mackley. And we haven't got a burial ground, but we have beautiful grounds with trees, a lovely array of flowers. We've got a lovely herb garden, which has been planted for many, many years. And we've also got some fruit bushes growing as well. So a real cross-section, even yellow flag iris, which are alongside little wildlife pool in our vicar's garden, which is part of the land.
Oh, that sounds lovely. And something that you take a great deal of pride in as well, I imagine.
We do indeed. I mean, we've noticed, especially since lockdown, that people just enjoy walking through the grounds, just dog walking, bringing their children along on their scooters, just passing through. Or we have a number of lovely benches dedicated to members of our congregation that have passed away. And people just love to sit there and just listen to the birds, beautiful trees all around. We've got bird feeders up, we've got nest boxes, and we've got just lovely surrounds, which and we're trying to develop at the moment a wildlife garden as well, a wildflower garden rather. So yes, a place where anyone can come and just walk, enjoy, not just members that go to church, but it's very sort of just a beautiful environment. Not only literally about sort of 3/4 of an hour a walk from the city centre. So we are suburbia, but you wouldn't believe we were.
Yeah, and you mentioned all those fruit trees as well. I bet Harvest Festival time is just fantastic.
Well, the fruit bushes were actually very much on development, but we are planning in the autumn. We've had this many a time where jam making and chutney making session we have, and we ask just people to bring along any extra things they've got, donations of apples, you name it. And it's amazing what chutneys can be devised by one of our ladies in the congregation. And then what we do is we then ask for donations, and those donations are then put aside, and we send those to our Rocha, especially as we've got our bronze eco church and our silver eco church. And we like to give a donation to our Rocha, who actually fund and organise this wonderful eco church, which is all sort of connected with Church's Council on Nature and God's Acre, because basically the Church of England actually own across the country 75,000 acres. So there's an awful lot of land there that we're responsible for as the people of this country, and also wonderful opportunity to develop wildlife in those areas.
It feels like this is something, Sally, that you do for the whole community, not just the church. How important is that?
Absolutely. I think this is one brilliant bit about this particular initiative, is that it is all-inclusive. Anyone can come along and join us, just to sit on the bench, just look at what's around you. We're very much a church which is inclusive. We have a drop-in for coffee on a Thursday morning. Anyone can turn up between 11:15 and 12. We do have the local children from the special school come and join us, and anyone, absolutely everyone. And through that, we've had more people join us for example, gardening. Sometimes some of the people don't come to church, but they actually love coming along and working in the church grounds and helping that way. So it is very much inclusive. We have children's sort of Sunday school. We have scouts and guides on the doorstep. There's also a residential unit just attached to the land as well. So it really is a church for all, and that's our ethos, really, being an all-inclusive church, most definitely.
There is a connection between faith and nature, isn't there? And I often feel this. There's those sayings when you're sitting there and a robin appears, it's a loved one watching over you. People say similar things about butterflies. I often feel when you're out in nature, you are, and you're sort of immersed in it, and perhaps just maybe walking the dog, or like in in the gardens of the grounds like you're talking about, you have this feeling that there's something so much bigger than us.
Absolutely, I feel that certainly when I'm in nature, and simply I do the flowers at church, just being around green space, just being around flowers, and also all the senses being catered for as well, with the sense of the smell and sounds of the birds, as you say, just seeing the colours of the robin, and you just think, creation, how beautiful, how it's so much bigger than us. We are so small, and it does remind me of that, the Psalm 24, verses 1. The earth is the Lord's and everything in it, and absolutely it's his. We are merely just passing through this land. We are merely custodians, and we have a duty of care to look after it. And sadly, obviously, there's quite a lot of disasters around it. We do try, particularly at St James, to really honour our beautiful land, and we are holding an environmental hustings on the 17th of June, next Monday, to try and just ask our local politicians, future candidates, what are they doing for the climate and wildlife? We're doing that with cooperation with the Wildlife Trust. And also, of course, the Restore Nature March in London on the 22nd of June. That is bringing families, everyone, and anybody together. At least 30 odd charities of nature are all represented, and really, again, asking our government, asking those that are in leadership, please consider this climate, and please act more fast now than ever before, because otherwise the future does look very stark. So,
well, projects like this,
we all have a duty of care.
Yeah, absolutely. And projects like this are leading the way. You mentioned earlier, actually, the eco credentials, the awards that you guys have won, which is amazing. Are they a fairly new thing for you?
No, actually, it's been an initiative been going on a very number of years, probably about, I would think, at least 15 years, I would say, probably 10 to 15 years. We got our bronze a few years ago, and then silver we got actually toward, it was in lockdown, really, that we were sort of virtually finishing off. So we managed to keep our church open fantastically through COVID. We now, gold is a challenge. Not many churches have got gold, but I believe there's about 6,000 churches around the country now have signed up to the initiative. So it's really encouraging, and they have made it easier to access. And it's things like, we didn't know whether we'd get our silver to start with, but we've had a brand new boiler system in the church hall and in the church, which has been fantastic. And that is now not only the fact it's so good for our environment, but it's actually so good for the purse for a church, because the actual costs have really come down for our heating and our lighting. We've changed all our lights to LEDs, and again, that's brought the costs down. Somebody very kindly donated a hot composter, which will make us compost within 30 days to use on the grounds. We've got a water butt donated. We've put a bike rack up, and we've also developed a bug hotel, just with pallets.
Oh, wow.
Everything tends to be reused, reclaimed, donated, and as a result, all these little steps are all helping us towards our gold. And the big thing is the fair trade. Being a fair trade church, we always use fair trade products, because obviously they're very environmentally friendly, but you also have to hold a fair trade event. So we thought we'll have our jams and our chutneys donated. We're having a folk group called Sensible Shoes coming along to sing for us, and we'll have some fair trade stalls, and again, embrace our community, embrace our beautiful space.
Yeah, lovely stuff. That all sounds
get gold.
Yeah, hopefully get gold. Absolutely, fingers crossed.
But, it all helps to drive. It always helps to encourage us and drive us forward. If we don't get gold, we don't get gold. But it's looking very good, considering our church is actually 90 years old next year. We realise. So not a very old church, but a church which has got challenges. Church hall particularly has challenges because, single brick, etc. So you've got to work with what you've got, but we're trying our best.
Yes.
And it is a very well-used church hall for all sorts of activities in the community people as well. So, yeah.
Well, I think anyone listening would, perhaps would like to get involved, would definitely be buying into everything you've said. It sounds like such a wonderful haven as well, Sally. So,
next Saturday, 15th of June, Saturday morning from 9:30, we're going to be in there doing some gardening, but anyone can come along, not have to garden, but they can sit and just see what flowers and birds and insects and butterflies we've got in the ground. They can just jot it down, and they can have tea and coffee and cake with us, and just all enjoy being together in God's beautiful land. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you so much for coming on to tell us all about it, Sally. It's been lovely chatting to you.
That's a pleasure.
We keep everything crossed for that gold. Get back on and let us know how you go well. And have a lovely Sunday.
Thank you very much. Thank you for interviewing me. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Sally Smith there from St James's Church in Porchester. It is 25 minutes past 8 right now. You are listening to the Sunday Breakfast Show. This is Marvin Gaye.